Aloha YouTube, what is up? Untitled Warrior here, coming at you another sneaker video today. This video, we're going to be counting down the top 10 most profitable sneakers of 2021. Honestly, when I was calculating out this list and stuff, some of these numbers were just crazy to me. Like, the amount of resale that people can get from these shoes has been absolutely insane. So we'll be counting it down today to see what the most profitable shoes of 2021 were. Before we start off the countdown though, I do want to mention this is all research that I did on my own. I might be missing a shoe here or there, but literally, like, I scoured like the entire web and stuff to make sure that I found the most profitable sneakers. If something slipped my mind and the profit margin is actually higher than something on this list, please comment it down below so that way people have the most accurate list possible. Anyway, let's get right into it, guys. Number 10, a shoe that is near and dear to my heart. Kind of, it's the Air Force One Low Kith Hawaii, guys. And if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you know that this is actually a shoe that I tried to personally cop because it was a Hawaii exclusive at the new Kith store that just opened in Waikiki just this year. I think that was literally the only place you were able to get the shoes, so definitely they were limited to an extent. I feel like there's at least a couple hundred pairs made though. And the shoes themselves, they look okay. I mean, I'm not a huge Air Force One person, but they look okay, you know. I wish they represented Hawaii a little bit better instead of like just a white and blue shoe, but you guys know Kith, they're pretty minimalist on a lot of their stuff, so it makes sense. Anyway, this one did retail for $110, and actually the current resale now is going for about $630 or so, which means the average net profit is about $520. So for every shoe that you copped at retail, if you sold it now, you'd be making 520 bucks, which is ridiculous because that percent profit margin is 472.73%. 470%, almost 5 times your money, guys. Really crazy, and that is only the 10th most expensive shoe. Coming in at number 9 is the Off-White Nike Dunk Low Lot 50. That is the all black pair over here. As you guys know, one of the most unique drops of the year was actually on Sneakers app, where Virgil Abloh, rest in peace, man, where Virgil Abloh actually sent out mystery sneakers to people from a lot of 50 different shoes. So literally when you buy the shoe, you weren't sure what's going to come to your door. The most coveted of these were actually Lot 01 and Lot 50 though. And Lot 50 on this list comes in at number 9. The retail price for the Off-White Dunk Low was actually $180, and the current resale on this thing, $1,100, making it a net profit of 920 bucks, and that's a percent profit margin of 511.11%, guys. That is another massive one. Number 8 on this list was one that I had no idea even dropped this year, guys. The Bad Bunny Adidas Forum Buckle Low. Look at this. This is such an interesting sneaker. I did not think that this thing right here would get as much resale as it is doing right now. Like, honestly, this completely slipped my radar. And so Bad Bunny is actually a Puerto Rican rapper, and he's one of the biggest megastars over there. So when he did this collab with Adidas, these things eventually sold out very fast and apparently are going for a lot of money. These things did retail for 160 bucks. The current resale of this, $1,000 on average. Crazy, because that's an $840 profit margin, making the profit percentage 525 times what you paid for retail. So that is literally one of the craziest shoes this year. I don't get it. I mean, I'm not a Bad Bunny fan probably, so that's why I'm not getting the hype. Same thing if you're not a fan of Travis Scott, it just isn't the same. If you guys like him, that's dope. For me, that ain't it. And coming in at number 7 is a very rare shoe. This is actually the Nike Waffle 1 Whitaker group, and only 500 pairs of these were actually made. It was a collaboration sneaker that was made to like kind of hype up the announcement of the Nike Waffle 1, bringing it back into the current era. And because the waffle trainers actually came out, I think, in like the 1970s, they wanted to create like an aged look. So that's why the sole of this looks like there's been a lot of dirt. It looks like it's vintage, been sitting in your closet for a long time kind of thing. The Whitaker group Waffle 1 actually retailed for $120, but the current resale for these things are $800 plus. Not super bad considering there's only 500 pairs made and they look pretty okay, but still that's a profit margin of 680 bucks, meaning there's a profit percent of 566.67% on average. Very high. Pretty cool shoe, but not one that a lot of people remember just because, again, 500 shoes, that's not very many people to get it. Number 6 on the list should look familiar to you guys. This is the Nike Dunk Low Off-White Lot 01. And like that Lot 50 that we saw earlier, the Lot 01 is one of the more unique colorways from that series because it kind of gives like an age vintage vibe again when you're looking at this one. I think that's the look they were going for. The color schemes are completely different than Lot 02 to Lot 049, and because they were limited, there's a lot of resale there. More so than that black pair because this one retailed for $180 as well, but they're reselling on average for $1,300 plus, which is a net profit of $1,120. That's right, over $1,000 in profit, making it a profit percentage of 622.22%. Ridiculous, guys. If you got lucky enough to get the Lot 01, 6 times your money in the same year, 6 times your money on a shoe, and it's probably gonna keep going up obviously over time as well. This thing was a score for a lot of people. Definitely a lot of money to be made and one of the biggest reselling shoes of the year. Okay, now we got into the top 5 sneakers, guys. These things completely break the bank when it comes to reselling prices. And I've been doing this shoe thing for years now, and I gotta say, it has been getting out of hand with some of these prices. Like, this is crazy that it's only the first year these dropped, even a couple months ago, and they're already reselling for these prices. And to start it off, number 5 is a Supreme Nike SB Dunk Low in the mean green colorway. This shoe was a collaboration between Nike and Supreme, and they kind of threw it back to like a shoe that dropped back in 2004, I believe. They did a Nike Dunk High series where there was a bunch of star patterns and stuff in collaboration with Supreme, a lot of Supreme branding. They brought it back in 2021 and used 4 different colorways. There was actually black, brown, blue, and of course this mean green. The mean green, before I even knew the resale prices, this was always my favorite colorway. Stands out a lot, very unique. The retail for it was $110, very affordable, but now resale prices are going for on average $950, making that a net profit of $840 and a profit percentage of 763.64%. 7.5 times your money, basically. Crazy, and that's only number 5. Coming in at number 4 is a fan favorite and potentially a sneaker of the year candidate. This was the Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott Fragment collab. And man, there was so much hype behind this one, guys, because everybody loves those Jordan 1 Fragments, right? That deep blue, it had the little Fragment logo on the back. Very much a grail for a lot of people. Basically, they said, okay, we're gonna bring that back, but let's throw one of the biggest artists in collaboration with it to make it even more hyped. So they brought in Travis Scott, redid the pair, made a backward swoosh, used kind of the same color blue and all of that, and now you have one of the best selling shoes of all time. Because this shoe retailed for $150, but they're reselling for $1,400 plus, meaning that's a net profit of $1,250 and a profit percentage of 833.33%. 800%, that's 8 times your money. That's so much money, guys. And this thing is definitely just gonna keep going up in price because it is a Jordan 1 and a Jordan 1 Low at that. Most people scoff at Jordan 1 Lows. Nobody wants to wear those, but this one, it's a $1,400 pair of Jordan 1 Lows. Crazy. Now for the top 3 sneakers, guys. These are just far and away, it's not even comparable to the rest of the list. Like every one of these is over 1,000% profit margin. Over 1,000%. I just want to slow down here and put it into context for you guys. 1,000% profit margin means that it's 10 times the retail price. What that means is if you're able to cop, you know, this thing for retail, you could actually got 10 pairs for the price it takes to buy 1 pair now. So you can already see like the discrepancy here. There's so much money being exchanged, but when the shoe is hype and it's limited, that's what happens. Anyway, coming in at number 3 is a controversial shoe and another candidate for sneaker of the year, not on my list, but for a lot of other people. It was the Jordan 1 High Trophy Room in the Friends and Family colorway. And Friends and Family colorway is kind of like stretching it a bit. If you guys know about this one, it released in early March, I believe, and it was a very controversial release. This one was in collaboration with Trophy Room under Marcus Jordan, who is, of course, Michael Jordan's son. And there was a lot of allegations of backdooring pairs. And I mean a lot of allegations, like literally it was all over the news at the start of the year. People were complaining like, how the heck are people getting so many early pairs? You know, you had the resellers taking pictures of stacks and stacks and stacks of boxes of the Jordan 1 Trophy Rooms, and it's like, they didn't even release yet. How did you get these? It was madness. And so, you know, Marcus Jordan, to protect himself, said, oh no, those were actually Friends and Family's pairs. So if you have blue laces on them, then they were Friends and Family, you know, so that's how they got it early. Doesn't make sense to me, man. Marcus Jordan is, you know, very sus, as people say, but neither here or there. They still sell for a lot of money. They retailed for $190 and they're actually selling currently for $2,400 now on the aftermarket on average. That's a net profit of $2,210 and a profit percentage of $1,163. 11 times the retail value. And again, this just released in March, so it's only been 9 months. Before sneaker reselling became mainstream, it would take a shoe forever to get to this level. But in literally 9 months, this is what the shoe is going for now. Took no time at all. Crazy the times that we live in, guys. People have deep pockets and people have a love for sneakers. Perfect mix for reselling, I guess. Coming in at number 2 is a shoe that I was really bummed that I did not get. This was the Off-White Air Force 1 Low in the lemonade color, or that yellow pair. And if you guys know me, I love the color yellow. So this one, even though I'm not a big Air Force 1 person, I gotta love it, right? It's just too good to pass up. But then when I saw the price, it's actually kind of easy to pass up because this thing retailed for $150, but it's currently reselling for $1,900, meaning that's a net profit of $1,750 and a profit percentage of 1,166.67%. So just eking out the Trophy Rooms by literally 3% on average. And again, these are average prices. They could probably be interchangeable at this point because it's so close. Whew. And the number 1 most profitable sneaker of this year, guys, and to probably no one's like surprise, this is actually one that everybody loves, the Jordan 1 High Travis Scott Fragment collab. We already talked about the lows, but the highs, everybody loves Jordan 1 highs. As I said, Jordan 1 lows, they're like, you know, it'd have to have a taste for it, but the highs, Everybody loves Jordan 1 highs. And when I say love, I mean willing to spend a ridiculous amount of money for these things because they retail for 200 bucks if you were lucky to get it for retail. Their current resale price is $3,500 on average. Picture that. Let's just stop. 3,500 bucks. What can you get for that amount of money? You could pay your rent, you could pay your car bill, you could pay your electric bill, and buy groceries for a month. All four of those things, and probably still have money left over. Instead, you can have one Jordan Travis Scott. You know, if you got the money, I guess, but still, that's crazy to think about. And the profit percentage is just ridiculous, 1,650%, like 16.5 times what the retail is. And again, like I mentioned, I keep stressing this, but it's just so crazy to me. This one was even shorter. I think it released like in the summertime, so maybe even like late summer. So it's only been like 4 or 5 months, and the price is already this high. We can kind of expect that it's gonna keep going up. Travis Scott, he had controversy himself this year with the Astroworlds. Who knows if he'll ever make a collaboration with Nike again. If he doesn't, these things will continue to go up. So, I mean, this could technically be a steal if you're watching this now and it's like a year later. But still, it's hard for me to justify spending $3,300 over the retail pricing just to have a piece of leather on your feet. Anyway, that's actually it for the top 10 most profitable sneakers of 2021. Collectively, that is so much money that is being thrown all over the place. And if you guys were lucky enough to get some of these things for retail, like bravo guys, that is very dope. Hopefully you wore the shoes, but if not, I understand why you would want to resell them when the prices were this insane. Anyway, that is the list for 2021. One of the most crazy years in sneakers. Who knows what's going to happen in 2022, but this is going to be hard to beat. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, guys, stay humble, stay blessed, take care, and I will see you on the next episode. Aloha. Shoot!